There's a phenomenon that happens to every person who dares to chase something greater. You get excited about a new goal, a new business, a new fitness journey, a new creative project. The energy is electric. You can't sleep because your mind is racing with possibilities. And then you make a critical mistake. You tell people about it.
You tell your friends over coffee. You tell your family at dinner. You post about it on social media. You share your dreams, your plans, your vision of who you're going to become. And something strange happens. That fire that was burning inside you, it starts to dim. The clarity you had, it gets cloudy. The momentum you felt, it slows down. Why? Because you gave away your energy before you did the work.
Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. Your silence is your power. Your secrecy is your strength. When you're building something real, when you're transforming yourself, when you're leveling up in life, the worst thing you can do is broadcast it to the world. Keep your mouth shut and let your results do the talking.
I know this goes against everything you've been taught. We live in a world that celebrates announcements, launch posts, coming soon teasers, vision boards shared publicly. Everyone wants to be seen starting something. But here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to hear. Talking about your goals gives you a fake sense of accomplishment. Your brain can't tell the difference between planning to do something and actually doing it. When you tell people about your intentions, you get a dopamine hit.
You get validation. You get encouragement. And psychologically, your mind registers that as progress, even though you haven't done anything yet.
There's actual science behind this. Researchers have studied what they call social reality. When you announce a goal, you receive social acknowledgement. Your identity shifts in the eyes of others. They start seeing you as someone who's doing that thing, even though you haven't done it yet. And here's the dangerous part. That acknowledgement satisfies the same psychological need that actually achieving the goal would satisfy. You've already received the reward, so your motivation to do the actual work decreases.
Think about how many times you've seen this play out. Someone announces they're starting a business. Everyone congratulates them. 3 months later, nothing. Someone posts about their new fitness journey, gets hundreds of likes. 6 months later, they're back where they started. Someone talks endlessly about the book they're going to write. Years pass, no book. The announcement became the achievement. The talk replaced the walk.
But there's another reason to stay silent, and this one cuts even deeper. When you tell people what you're doing, you invite their opinions, their doubts, their fears, and their limitations into your mind. Most people will not understand your vision because they're looking at it through the lens of their own limitations. They'll tell you it's too risky. They'll remind you of people who failed. They'll question your timing. They'll point out everything that could go wrong. And even if they mean well, even if they love you, their words become weights that you have to carry. Your cousin who never started a business will tell you why your business idea won't work. Your friend who's never been in shape will tell you that your workout routine is too extreme. Your coworker who's comfortable in mediocrity will tell you that your ambitions are unrealistic. These people aren't trying to hurt you. They're trying to protect you from the disappointment they've experienced or the risks they were too afraid to take. But their protection becomes your prison.
Here's what you need to understand. When you're operating at a level most people don't understand, you can't expect them to support it. When you're seeing possibilities they can't see, you can't expect them to believe in it. When you're willing to do what they won't do, you can't expect them to encourage it. Your vision is yours alone until it becomes undeniable reality. The most powerful moves are made in silence. While everyone else is talking about what they're going to do, the real players are in the lab. They're in the gym at 5 in the morning. They're studying while others are sleeping. They're building while others are posting. They're failing and learning and improving while others are still stuck at the announcement phase.
And then one day, they emerge with results so undeniable that no explanation is needed.
Think about the people you truly respect, the ones who built something real. Did they announce every step? Did they post every small win? Did they talk about their plans before execution? Or did they disappear for months or years and then show up transformed? The real ones move in silence. They understand that empty vessels make the most noise. They know that lions don't need to tell you they're lions.
Their presence, their results, their transformation speaks louder than any announcement ever could. This doesn't mean you can't have accountability. This doesn't mean you can't have mentors or coaches or a small circle who genuinely supports you. But there's a massive difference between strategic accountability and social broadcasting. Tell one person who's qualified to guide you. Don't tell 20 people who are qualified only to distract you. Share your struggles with someone who's overcome them. Don't share your dreams with people who abandoned theirs. And here's another critical point. When you work in silence, you protect your energy. Every time you explain yourself, you drain yourself. Every time you defend your decisions, you waste energy that should be going into execution. Every time you try to convince someone else of your vision, you're using mental resources that should be building that vision. Your energy is finite. Your time is limited. Stop spending it on people who need convincing, and start investing it in actions that need completing. There's also something powerful about internal validation versus external validation. When you're quiet about your goals, you're forced to validate yourself through your own progress. You can't rely on likes and comments and encouragement from others. You have to look in the mirror and ask yourself if you did the work today. You have to measure yourself against your own standards, not against the applause of an audience.
This builds real confidence, not the fake confidence that comes from social media validation. Let me tell you what happens when you commit to silence. First, you eliminate the performance pressure. You're no longer doing it to prove something to others. You're doing it for yourself. The purity of that motivation is unmatched. Second, you eliminate the need to maintain a public image. You can fail privately. You can experiment. You can pivot. You can learn without everyone watching and judging. Third, you build genuine self-reliance.
You learn to trust your own judgment instead of constantly seeking external approval. But perhaps most importantly, you create mystery. In a world where everyone overshares, the person who's private becomes magnetic. People become curious. They start to notice changes. They see you differently, but can't quite put their finger on why. Your energy shifts, your confidence grows, your focus sharpens, and you haven't said a word. That's power. Now, I'm not saying you should never share your success. I'm not saying you should never inspire others with your journey. What I'm saying is timing matters. Share after you've built something real. Share after you've proven it to yourself first. Share from a place of abundance, not from a place of seeking validation. Share to inspire, not to impress. Share to add value, not to boost your ego.
The difference is massive. When someone who's been silent finally speaks, people listen. When someone who's been working shows up with results, people pay attention. When someone who's been grinding reveals what they've built, the impact is undeniable. But when someone who's been talking finally tries to show something, people are skeptical. They've heard it all before. The announcement lost its power because it wasn't backed by action.
So here's my challenge to you. For the next 90 days, go ghost on your goals. Whatever you're building, whatever you're working on, whatever transformation you're pursuing, keep it to yourself. Delete the draft posts, skip the announcement, decline the urge to share. Just put your head down and work. Show up every single day. Do the reps.
Make the calls, study the material, build the business, write the pages, record the content. Whatever your thing is, do it in silence.
And watch what happens. Watch how your motivation changes when it's not dependent on external validation. Watch how your progress accelerates when you're not wasting energy on explanation. Watch how your confidence builds when it's based on real work instead of public perception. Watch how people's reactions change when you finally reveal what you've been building. Because here's the ultimate truth. The people who doubt you don't deserve a front row seat to your process. They've earned the right to see the finished product, nothing more. The people who discouraged you don't get to witness your daily grind. They can see the result and wonder how you did it. The people who didn't believe in you don't need to know your strategy. They just need to see that you succeeded. Your journey is sacred. Your transformation is personal. Your goals are between you and the universe. Protect them like you'd protect anything precious. Guard them with silence. Nurture them with action. And when the time is right, when the work is done, when the results are undeniable, then you can speak. But until then, move in silence and let your success make the noise.
The world is full of talkers. Be a doer. The internet is full of announcers. Be a builder. Your circle is full of dreamers. Be an achiever. And remember, empty carts make the most noise. The cart full of harvest moves silently down the road. Fill your cart first. Make noise later. Or better yet, let the results speak for themselves and stay silent forever.
That's the mark of someone who's truly confident, someone who's truly successful, someone who's truly powerful. They don't need to tell you. You can see it. You can feel it. You know it. And that's the only announcement that matters.